Hi everyone, this is Alma coming to you from Long Beach, California. Today is a Sunday, January 15th of the year 2023, and this is going to be FlossTube number 93. So as always, I want to welcome you all. Welcome back to all my current viewers and subscribers, and thank you as always for your continuing support. And a special welcome to anyone that is watching for the first time, especially if you subscribed since my last whip parade. If you haven't watched it, I go ahead and invite you to watch that if you're interested. There are two 45-minute long videos where I show all of the whips that I have in progress. So again, welcome everybody. As always, I hope that you guys are doing well and staying safe and sound. I want to say thank you to everybody that commented on wishing me speedy recovery. We are both on the up and up now. We're both, me and my boyfriend. I don't know if I mentioned that we both tested positive for COVID. I mentioned it in the whip parade. So I thought it was just like my last video, my last regular FlossTube update. I thought it was just a cold. However, when I got my boyfriend sick and his cough got worse, the doctor recommended that he get tested again before they moved forward with any any medicine or anything like that. So she says, go ahead and get yourself tested again so it can rule it out. And lo and behold, test was positive. So then I tested and it was positive as well. But we're both on the up and up. We're both left with slight cough, but nothing too crazy. Other than that though, I was able to stitch and just squeeze as much time as I can out of my free time. I do go back to school on Thursday, so playtime's over. So I don't have any specific order. I'll just show you based on what I have, first thing I have available. So without further ado, let's get to the stitching. First one up is my Mirabilia. This is Portrait of Veronica. Artist is Nora Corbett. And this is a piece that I would like to work on every single month in hopes of finishing it by the end of December. And I've been making steady progress. This is what she looks like so far. I'm stitching this on a 30 count even weave called Fairy Meadow from Youthful Hands Sunny Dives, I think was the name of the company. They're no longer around though, so sorry if you were interested. But this is what we have so far since the last time I showed it to you. I don't know how easy it'll be to see with the lighting, but I did start on the lighter colors here and the white for her skirt. So plan is to keep going, keep working my way down, because the section that I would like to finish is basically everything from her hand kind of following this fold of the skirt to this side, towards where the dark of the green skirt is, or the dark greens of the skirt. Words are hard sometimes. So yeah, I've got quite a bit to go. With this one, I mean, as much as I would like to keep up with it, I'm not gonna be too hard on myself if I don't. I mean, last year I kind of did the same thing. I fell behind like 2 or 3 months, but I ended up catching up and finishing it in time. So hopefully it won't be as bad as falling behind for 3 months, but I'll just make steady progress. Like maybe do who knows, maybe I'll make that my daily 30 at one point or another to make sure it gets steady progress, but more on that a little bit later. Next up is another one of my focus pieces for this year. This is my moon charmer from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artist is Amy Stewart. And this one, the goal is, I'm trying to figure out my life here. The goal is to stitch on it at least 2,000 stitches every month, so that by the end of the year I can reach 33%, so a third of the way down with this whip. So this is where we're at so far. I did go ahead and complete the 2,000 stitches for this month. And all of those 2,000 stitches have been pretty much working on all the white space that I had left on this section in particular. Before, I used to only have the black and the dark green done, so I went in and filled in all of the other colors, mostly blues. There were some lighter blue greens in there, but it was like 5 or 6 colors, 5 different shades of blue. So yeah, so that's the 2,000 stitches done. I do have a bit more here to go of this green and some blues in this section, and then the black kind of goes this way. So I do have to keep going with the black eventually. I did mess up somewhere though. I messed up somewhere here or so. Actually, no, it's closer here, because this little bit of black right here that you see sticking out, that's actually her hair. That's where her hair is. I didn't necessarily feel like starting on that hot mess there, so I kept going. I kind of stopped working on that section and then kept going, working my way down. But I'm gonna stitch off somewhere here, and that's another reason why I wanted to stop, is because since I wasn't sure what the mistake was, I was like, I don't want to have to deal with it. So what I'm gonna do is, once I'm done, once I've reached her edge of the dress, that's somewhere down here, I'm gonna go back to this top, finish the blues that kind of go down the edge, and then the next black section that I do, black color section that I do, will be her hair, because that's even the lighting makes it look brown, but obviously, I mean, all of this is just in shadows, so it's all black. So that's going to be the next bit of black that I do. So that's one whip. The next one I have to show you somewhere. There we go. It's another one of my hates, another one of my focus pieces. This is the Eternal Promise. Artist is Matt Stewart. For this one, I would like to do 3,000 stitches every month to get some decent progress on it. This is my second largest piece, so 3,000 stitches is not nearly enough, but it is what it is. Okay, this is where we're at so far, and so far I've added 1,575 stitches, 1,575 stitches. Most of them, I did add some more stitches here on the side. Kind of started working my way down, but then I got caught up. I got, you know, sucked back into the greens and the grays here. So what I'm gonna do from now on is, for the sake of making sure that I stitch quickly, is I'll try to finish it color by color, maybe like 1 or 2 pages at a time, depending on how far the color spreads or how much I have to jump in between. So I'll finish working on the color that I have right now and then move on from there. As it is, last year I had originally said I was going to stitch 4,500 stitches per month. That ended up being kind of difficult sometimes, so I'm lowering it to 3,000, which, you know, means it'll be a lot longer before I finish, but hopefully at one point or another I'll be able to focus on it more, depending on how many more whips I have. And the next one I have to show you in my tablet. It's another one of my Amy Stewart's. This is Reader's Paradise Supersized Max Color Edition. This is obviously my largest piece that I have with me so far. I'm currently working on this corner right here. And since the last time I showed it to you, I've added 725 stitches, putting me at a grand total of, I think, 1,200 stitches for the month of January. The way that the Daily 30 annual or yearly event is set up is kind of forcing me to work on this a little bit more than I would have liked, because you basically have to stitch I think it's 5 sets before you can get a gold medal for the event. So that's what they use, so you can switch out projects if you want to, but you have to have stitched on all 4 of your declared whips before, you know, if you want to earn that gold medal. So yeah, so it's, you know, I originally just wanted to do 500 stitches. Here I am at 1,200 stitches, but I think this will be the last time I work on this for the month. Those 1,500 and something stitches have all been done in this bottom section right here. I did add a little bit of the blue up here to kind of get where the edge of the step is, or the next step is, but I am gonna go back down here and just finish this entire section first before I move on to the next. I said this, I think I'm at like 1.5% on this one. It's very slow progress, but it is supersized, so that's my fault. The next bit that I want to show you is also my pattern keeper. This is one of the categories that Sammy from Sammy J Stitches said we needed to work on this month. She told us that we needed to do something that has less than 10 colors. So I picked Relentless from Ink Circles, which has 8. So I'm working on this. I'm trying to go color by color. The first color that I'm working on is the black. I just want to do all of the outlining. And this is where I have so far. From my notes, I'm not sure if this is correct, but it says I've added 600 stitches. Again, not sure how accurate that is, but I'm putting Chopper on pause right now. I'm working on this as my travel piece, at least until I finish the black. I did check it. I have 1,300 more stitches to go on this one, which I may or may not be able to finish this month. If I don't finish, I may just use it for some of the prompts or the tasks in the month of February, so I can get it done. Once I finish the black, I can move on to another whip. I think it'll be sufficient progress, because it's almost a third. If once I finish all of the black stitches, going to be almost a third, if not a little bit more. So I'd say that's decent, and then I'll just do color by color after that. So that's that. I already showed you this one. A few more to show you. One of the pieces that I've also been working on pretty regularly is my Relentless kit. This is Lilac Evening. This one It's also one of the whips that I'm using for the Daily 30 yearly event. However, I think I'm gonna be trading it in for like the actual Daily 30 prompt. This is where I've gotten to so far. I've added 375 stitches since the last time I showed it to you. And all of them have been on her dress. I've been working on the same two colors. I've been working on the white and the light peach color. So for this one, I do want to finish it as soon as possible. I started her in 2019, so she's having a birthday on the 1st of February. I would have liked to have finished her before then, but I don't think that'll be possible. So in order to finish her more quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and use her for the actual Daily 30 prompt, because the way I'm working it is I'm actually doing at least 100 stitches. I'm not necessarily going by time and going by stitch count. So the one that I currently using is like not later, but this is the one that I'm currently using. This is Sleeping Beauty, the pattern that I found on Etsy. I think it's by Stitch Fairy Treasures. So this one has gotten 100 stitches every day for the month of January. So 1,500 stitches so far. And this is where she's at. So again, 1,500 stitches on Lilac Evening. I probably could have finished it at this point. So I'll go ahead and switch them out, so that I use this one for the yearly, which will be easy since it does work on Pattern Keeper now. And Lilac Evening will be my Daily 30 piece. Anyway, since the last time I showed this to you, I'm still working my way down to try to finish each block. So I'm going block by block. So now her face is like 99% finished. I do have some stitches to add to her mouth and the contour of her chin. But yeah, other than that, I've just been all over the place since I can't work color by color. So it's been great ever since it's been working on Pattern Keeper. It's just been a lot easier to stitch on her. As it is though, I did count how many days it would take to finish her if I did continue doing the 100 daily stitches, and it would have taken me something like 78 days as of yesterday. So 2.5 months. Not that bad for a finish. But again, I'll do Lilac Evening first, and then I'll focus on her again. So on the next one I wanted to show you is another one of my heids. Lots of heids. This is Mini One from Zindi Nielsen. This was my oldest whip. I started this on August 30th of 2018, and this one was my one of my Whip Go pieces of the month. So I added 600 stitches on her. This is where we're at so far. I'm still working on her hair. I'm doing, again, kind of like how with Sleeping Beauty, I'm going block by block, working my way down. The same thing with this one. I'm kind of working my way to see what's the first blank spot, I guess, from the top, and then just, since this one I do have kitted up, I do have all the floss available to me, and floss cards. It's a lot easier to just work that way, because changing colors is not as bad. So yeah, it's been 600 stitches all in her hair. And I do want to go back to her, since she is my oldest whip. I did consider her for my my finish of the year piece. But it would have been something like 3,500 stitches or something like that, to finish her per month, to finish her by December. So I thought, okay, no. With sea glass, it was like 1,750 that I needed to do each month, and even that was painful sometimes. So I thought I can't do 3,500 stitches. But I do want to get continuous progress on her because she is my oldest piece. So yeah, so I at least added 600 stitches this month. Maybe I'll pick her up every month or so and add maybe 500 stitches or so. We'll see. My second Whip Go piece this month was Wonder Woman Warrior Princess. This is a Chilton Crafts chart. Artist is Daniel Kordick. And this one hasn't seen too much love recently. Here she is. So this is where we're at so far. I've added 700 stitches on her so far. I'm gonna continue working on her today. I added the 700 stitches yesterday, so I want to add more stitches today. What I'm gonna do with her is I want to finish this section right here. This kind of keeps working its way up, so I want to fill in this bit, which is with $37.99. But then I also, because I originally my thread was over here, so I've been working on this gray that's on the outer edge, which also kind of moves up this way somewhat. So I'd like to finish both of these colors. After that, again, if you've been following me, I don't know if you remember because it's been a while since I worked on her, but I did mess up somewhere in this area, and I've been trying to work around it. But again, at this point, I'm not sure where I was off. So in order to ensure that at least her face is in the correct place, I'm gonna start on the black with this one as well. I'm gonna start working on her black hair, which, you know, will frame her face, and I can at least say, okay, this is where her face is supposed to be. Everything else doesn't matter. The background can be as messed up as, you know, as it wants. But yeah, but that may not be until the next time I pick this up. I'm not sure. For now, I'll just finish on these two colors here, and then yeah, see where that goes. I'm trying to be a little bit kind to myself and letting me find, I'm trying to find the balance between working on the whips that I want to work on, but also making sure that I touch all of my whips as well. So that's part of the reason why I want to work on my whips on their birthdays, so that I know that I will at least stitch on each and every single one of them at least once this year. And on that note, the next birthday I have coming up is for my Disney villains. This is a pattern that I got from Zana Cross Stitch on Etsy, and with her, or with this one, I do have a quarter of the way done. I'm completely done with the Evil Queen panel, and I'm a quarter of the way done with the Ursula panel. I would need to do, it's 16,000 stitches per panel, so I would need to do another 4,000 stitches to at least reach halfway done with her panel. So we'll see. We'll see how much I get done. That's also why I want to finish working on Wonder Woman, so I can bring this out and start working on this one maybe by tomorrow. And then on Tuesday I can start working on her and figure out what milestone I want to hit before I move on to the next. Because I don't think I have another I have another birthday until Lilac Evening. And then after that, I don't have any other birthdays for the month of February except for Change of Seasons. Because Change of Seasons, I start on the 29th. So I go pretty much bookends of the month of February without any birthdays. So yeah, so we'll see how I do, because again, school's also gonna start. So I don't know how much stitching I'll get done. But that's what the plan is for the next couple of weeks. I'll probably will go back to only filming once every 2 weeks, depending on how my schoolwork is. So as it is, tomorrow I don't work because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But again, school, like not just work but also school, will start up on Thursday. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything you saw today, feel free to leave a comment below. As always, I try to list all the links for my patterns. I did have somebody, I think it was in one of my Spanish speaking videos, asking for the Disney villains pattern. I'll have to double check and see if it's even still available, because I only listed the Etsy shop. I didn't list the individual pattern. But yeah, I always try to give you guys all the information that you need if you want to get the pattern yourself. So yeah, so as always, I wish you all a productive week, a relaxing weekend, and I hope that you always find the time to do the thing that makes you happy. Until next time, ciao.